When illness strikes, there's a story that I read online about a married couple where the husband was looking for advice. He said, "My wife has been diagnosed with a chronic illness and I don't know what to do. It seems like all the joy has gone out of our marriage. We can barely communicate anymore and I feel so lonely. I love her, but I'm so frustrated. How can I make things better?" And I thought, wow, this is a great question. So today, I'm going to talk about what happens when illness strikes, how it affects your relationship, and how you can cope with it. If you're new here, welcome. I'm a licensed marriage and family therapist. And if you like what you see here, please subscribe. So let's go back to this poor guy who's married to a woman who just received a chronic illness diagnosis. First of all, I want to commend him for being so open and vulnerable. To ask for help, reach out and say, "I don't know what to do. Can somebody help me?" That takes strength. Now, what happens when something really difficult happens in a relationship? How we respond can be based on our love language. Maybe his love language is acts of service. So maybe he's trying to figure out, how can I take care of my wife? What can I do to make her life easier? But her love language is words of affirmation, or quality time, or even physical touch, and so he doesn't know that. So he's trying to serve her, but she's feeling unseen and unloved. Or maybe the opposite is true. Her illness may be making it difficult for her to communicate or interact or engage with him in any way, and so he may feel rejected by her and misunderstood. Because to him, maybe it feels like she's not interested in him anymore, or she doesn't want anything to do with him. She doesn't want to spend time with him, so they're both suffering, they're both hurting, they both feel lonely, disconnected, and frustrated. The first step in healing is to understand that this is a common experience. There are millions of people who are caregiving for a spouse, and it's a difficult journey, it's a difficult path. You're grieving the loss of the person that you once were together. Maybe you lost your best friend, your lover, your adventure buddy. Whatever that dynamic was, it's different now, and it's okay to grieve that loss. It's also important to recognize that this is an opportunity for growth. How can you both show up for each other in a different way? Maybe you can lean into each other and become best friends. Maybe this will bring you closer. Maybe you can discover new ways to communicate, new ways to connect, new ways to serve one another, new ways to encourage one another. So often we think that happily ever after looks one way, but actually there's many paths to happily ever after, and this may be one of them. I would encourage you both to learn about each other's love languages. If you don't know what that is, there's a free quiz online. It'll tell you what your love language is, and then you can start speaking each other's love language. If you don't know what that looks like, you can Google it. Like, what does speaking the love language of quality time look like? What does speaking the love language of physical touch look like? What does the love language of gift giving look like? And then you can try to incorporate those small changes into your day and see how that affects your relationship. Another thing that you can do is set healthy boundaries. One of the biggest complaints that I hear from caregivers is that they feel resentment towards their spouse because they feel like they've given up on their dreams, their goals, their aspirations for themselves because they're taking care of their spouse. And it's important to honor that resentment, to acknowledge it, to sit with it, to grieve it, to allow yourself to feel that frustration, and then also recognize, how can I honor my needs? How can I honor my goals? How can I still move forward and live the life that I want to live while taking care of my spouse? Maybe it means taking a break, hiring help, getting respite care, having an honest conversation with your spouse about what your needs are. The bottom line is this: when illness strikes, it changes everything. It changes your identity, it changes your role, it changes your relationship. And it's okay to grieve that loss. It's okay to feel frustrated, angry, sad, lonely, disconnected. Those are all normal emotions. But I also want to encourage you to look at this as an opportunity for growth, for learning, for leaning into each other, for becoming best friends, for becoming lovers, for becoming each other's best support person. It's a unique opportunity, and it's a journey. It's a long journey, but you don't have to walk that journey alone. There are resources available, there are support groups available, there are people who can help you process through these emotions, through these experiences, and hopefully your relationship will come out of it stronger than ever.